Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome to Majestic Notion. So, as you saw in the title, this is going to be about divine feminine and divine masculine energies. Okay, we're going to get into a little bit of your life purpose. What's the energy you're embodying at this time? What spirit wants you to know moving forward in your spiritual journey for both of you. But I'm going to get into the divine feminine first, and then I'll get into the divine masculine. So what I'll do is I'll put a timestamp below in the description box. That way, if you just want to look at the masculine energy, you can do that. Or if you just want to look at the feminine energy, you just keep watching. All right. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna use several decks to get into this energy. I have a little deck here for like life purpose and stuff like that. We'll get into some tarot, some oracle cards, of course, and just to give you guys kind of, of course, those who resonate with the reading, give you guys a perspective about your current energy, because sometimes we can't really tell the energy we're embodying because we're not outside of ourselves looking at ourselves like we can to a degree, but it's kind of nice to see what's going on, not just right now but moving forward in our spiritual journey, and when it comes to the union, right, between you and your divine masculine. Now, for some of you, you could look at this as your masculine and feminine energies. So you may want to be interested in looking at both. One of the energies could be something you've been through, you battled through, you know, or you can look at it as you're the divine feminine and then you have your counterpart, the divine masculine. So whether you're male or female, you can watch both, okay? Because we embody both feminine and masculine energies. All right, so let's get into it, guys. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and hit that notification bell for those of you who want to know when my readings pop up. I figured something different. Let's get into it. Let's just move past all the blah 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 stuff and really get into the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of what's happening in your life spiritually. So let's get into it. All right. So all the decks that I use, of course, I may not mention all of them as I go. This is the Star Temple Oracle, but they will be below in the description box. All right, Spirit, what's going on with the Divine Feminine first? All right. What's happening with the Divine Feminine? What is the energy of the Divine Feminine? And if I say, he or she is just, we're creatures of habits, it could still be he or she. Okay? So if I say she, it could be a he. If I say he, it could be a she. Alright. Let's get into it. Divine Feminines. Alright, the triple star grid. Align. I connect and align with my higher consciousness. Whew. This is good right here. A lot of you, that's what you're going through right now. You're about to connect to that higher consciousness. It's like unity consciousness, being balanced within your masculine and feminine energies. This is powerful, beautiful. 26 could be significant here for some of you, but this is adding up to 8. And I'm picturing that infinity symbol of you really just in your flow, in your own temple, right? Your own body, your consciousness. Like you've jumped into the flow of things consciously. You're allowing yourself to really just go with what you embody, right? That's very good, actually. I love it. All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck. The Priestess. Embody. I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. Beautiful. Oh, number 37. Okay, adding up to 10. Some of you guys closed out some really tough cycles in your life, and you are just ready to be a powerhouse of divine feminine. Really in that energy, the priestess, okay? The priestess in you, aligned consciously. I mean, this is where things just start fluttering in from the, the divine. You start to open yourself up to your spiritual gifts. You know, you start to awaken those gifts, notice those gifts, fine tune those gifts. You start receiving information. Like, this is really good energy here. You are at a level of high discernment, okay? So you can see pretty much right through the energies of people. You're going to see a lot more weird things too. Let me just touch on that real brief. Yeah, we have the Lost Star, rebirth, out of the darkness into the light. You guys have had a rebirth. Some of you are going through this. Okay, a lot of changes happening here, but leading to stability and new beginnings. What I was going to say, and I have to talk about this because this is, it would sound crazy if you're not at this level, okay, of higher consciousness. I met someone when I went out with my mother dancing for her birthday. And, nice guy. We danced, and he wanted to get to know me better. And I, of course, he wasn't my type. I just, I had a good time. I was dancing. It was my mother's birthday. I danced with other people as well. And this person was adamant about, asking me out. And I was telling him how, it's been such a long time since I've got on a date. And, when I went home that night, and there was like another situation, I can see because, I'm awakened and I'm in tune with a lot of my gifts, even though they're still developing, I can see that he was a good person, but, his energy wasn't bad, but he was very touchy-feely, and I can't stand somebody that's touchy-feely, especially when it's a stranger. And I can tell that when we were dancing. Like, I'm a free dancer. When I go out, which is hardly ever, I love to dance. When I dance, I like to dance freely. I don't like the whole bumping and grinding. That's not me. Okay? And he was getting a little too close for comfort, and I think that's why that was a complete turnoff for me, especially when you're not interested, okay? But anyways, his energy was fine, but again, I don't like the whole getting too close too soon kind of energy. So when I went home and went to sleep, I had a dream about something that was attached to him. Like, all of a sudden, I don't know if it was an ex-girlfriend or it was a spiritual attachment. It was a female. And this is what happens when you get in tune with your gifts. Okay, you start to read energy in some really freaking weird ways. And that female that was attached to him, whether it's an ex or or it's an attachment. I felt like it was a spiritual attachment, maybe somebody on the other side. That's what it felt like to me. But she came to me and she was like on attack mode. She got real close to my face, was foaming at the mouth. She took a piece of my hair and put it in like a bowl to do something. I said, "You sure you want to do that? Don't fuck with me." Do not fuck with me. You sure you want to, like she was doing like some black magic type of shit. I'm like, "You sure you want to fuck with me?" I said, "I don't even want your man. You can have him." But she was already like prepared to like bring me down. It was like, a little bit of like spiritual warfare there for a second. And I didn't even want this person. Okay? So that's one story. The other story was towards the end when we were walking out. There was these two guys. One of them came up to me. And he goes, "I just want to say that I think you're beautiful." And I said, "Oh, well, thank you." And he proceeded to say, "I know you were looking at me, and I know we crossed eyes from across the room a couple times." And I'm standing here like, what the fuck? I don't even know who you are. I never even saw you. Like, maybe I was looking in your direction, but I was looking somewhere else. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, who the fuck does this person think they are? Anyways, the other guy was talking to my mom, because I had just came out the restroom, and this guy approached me. And I was telling this guy, like, look, I was making excuses. I'm like, I'm already taken. But this guy's energy was so dark. Oh my God, it was so dark. And then his friend said something. He gave me his address because I was pretending like I was with somebody already, and he gave me his address like I was gonna go see him. And then his friend mumbled something on the way out, and his friend, even his energy was even darker. So I'm just giving you guys that story because you are going to be able to discern people's energy so crystal clear, and you are going to pick up on whatever attachments they have, because they will come to you. They will come to you, and they will let you know that boy is mine. Okay, so just saying. All right, let's move on though. But that I just, because of this card and you being connected to your higher consciousness, you are going to be able to discern people's energies, and you're just gonna know, nope, that is not for me. Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's get you a divine abundance message. And I know I mentioned the cop to you guys before that I met. The things that person told me, I was like, what the hell? I told him he was too young for me, and he persisted that he wasn't looking for a serious relationship. He wanted to basically rock my world and treat me like the woman that I am. And I was like, yeah, no thanks. You guys are going to probably bump into these types of situations. You're going to be mind blown as to the things that some of these people say. Individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. Exactly, you're an individual. Another thing is you're going to notice even people in the same kind of field as you, they're going to look at you and make their own assumptions. Okay? Because your style, you're an individual, right? There's only one of you. Okay? Just like everybody else. Everybody has their own way of explaining things, their own thoughts, their own perception, a different way of going about things, understanding things, and expressing those things. So you're going to start to notice that even people in your own field are going to try to pick you apart because you don't do things as they do. You're not supposed to. You're an individual. Okay? Your connection to your higher self and to your spirit guides and that of God is you and them, and that is all that matters. Okay? You were put here for a reason, to do what you individually so came to do. So you're going to start noticing that. Okay? Pay no mind to it. Keep doing you, and don't even entertain it. All right? You have your own personalized study plan on this earth school. Some of you are discovering this. This is like your life purpose. This is your journey, your own individualized journey here that you came to do. So nobody can tell you how to do it, when to do it, or if you can or cannot do it. You know what to do. That's all that matters. Bottom of the deck, detachment. Okay? With detachment, you finally feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled. You are detaching from everything that doesn't serve you or fulfill you in this high vibrational energy, because you're already here or coming into this energy of I connect and align with my higher consciousness. So your vibration is going to be very elevated, very high. You're soaring above the trees, okay? And you're seeing things very intuitively. So detachment comes with the territory, basically. And I think that is something that is important to practice when it comes to anyone in your life. Your children, your pets, your career, your family, your friendships, your co-workers. You should always um, practice the law of non-attachment, meaning you can mingle, you can talk, you can be in the same room and coexist with others, but you are attached to no one or nothing, and allowing yourself to go with this flow. And you, when you know the path of least resistance, when you allow yourself that, you will find yourself in all the right places that you need to be. With this high discernment, absolutely, because you're going to see, you're going to know instinctively, you are going to know where you're supposed to be and where you're not supposed to be. People, places, things, and even in career. Okay? So let's get into the Shaman's Dream Oracle here, and let's get you a card there. One more. All right. The wall, obstacles. Okay, some of you have felt like there has been a wall standing in your way. You can't see what's on the other side. You don't know if there's something on the other side. In this card, in this deck, it speaks about things being hidden from you at this time, because there are things are in preparation for you. Okay, so you're still ascending, you're still going through whatever this is here, being your individual, understanding yourself more, your gifts more. You're basically developing yourself. And when you get to this higher energy, what's being manifested is already here. It's just about bringing it in, this wall coming down and it coming into your existence. Many things are going to trickle in. It's not going to be all at once. For some of you, you'll be surprised at what's coming. Okay, but it's really good stuff, really good energy. You know, this is things being hidden from you for a reason, because there is a time, a season, and a reason for everything to come into your life. Okay, so it could feel like an obstacle, but it's for your protection at the end of the day as well. Spirit knows why they place blessings in your life at a specific time. It could be due to other things, other energies or people around you that are not meant to experience this or see you experience this. So keep that in mind. Okay, when you feel like you're being blocked from your blessings, or stopped from your blessings, or there's some sort of obstacles, whether it's blessings or coming into union with your divine counterpart. All right, 56 could be significant here. All right, but that's adding up to 11, right? 11 to me is like the gates. You know, allowing those gates to naturally open by going with the flow. But you're understanding that alignment. Okay, you're allowing yourself to just flow with it. Bottom of the deck here, empty well, time to replenish. Yeah, you're still replenishing. All right, some of you could still be healing as well. 16 could be significant, but that's adding up to 7. A lot of new beginnings here, and you're being guided, and you're being spiritually, you're growing spiritually and seeing things in a more deep spiritual sense. But allowing Spirit to kind of show you one step at a time. Spirit wants you to know that your well needs to be full. And when you surround yourself with, let's say, new co-workers, new friendships, new relationships, make sure that they're coming from a full well as well. And you're not letting people, you know, let's say you're this full well and the people around you are empty buckets. That's, you know, they're coming to you for you to fill them. That's not the way it works. You need people that are already in this full well energy. That way everybody's sitting there in their own worth, not envying what you got going on, and they're not coming to you as a bucket talking about, oh, can I get some water from that well? No, you only have so much love to give. You got to give it to yourself first. You got to be full first before anyone can benefit from your energy. And they have to be full as well. So everybody's benefiting from each other, bringing something positive to the table, and learning from each other as well as teaching each other, right? It goes both ways. Reciprocity. So make sure that you are replenished at the end of the day. You're getting rest. You're healing what needs to be healed here. Any old wounds or traumas or, self-worth issues. Make sure that you are allowing yourself that time to just replenish, okay, before you step into anything. And don't allow people to take from your well. Make sure that they are full. And that's kind of going like by what I was talking about earlier with, meeting new people. You'll be able to discern who's coming to you as a bucket or who's coming to you as a full whale themselves, okay? Talk about, let me get some of your water. Nah. Go replenish your own damn well and then talk to me, okay? All right, so let's get into the tarot. Not to be rude or anything, but, you give people an inch and they want to end up taking a mile, right? You don't want to be in those situations. All right, let's see what else is happening for the Divine Feminine. Woohoo! Get it. Hermit with the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you are focused right now, gaining in that wisdom. Some of you have spiritual practices, you divinate, or you have this idea that you're coming up with. You are focused, okay? Divine Feminine energy, what's going on? All right, Spirit. Okay. Let's see. Three of Cups. You're in celebration, in a celebratory time of your life, basically. Okay, being an individual, you're going to be meeting people alike here. All right, coming together with people that match this energy. You're definitely in a manifestation type of energy as well. But your manifestations are here. They're just not being shown to you just yet. Okay? Possibly because you're still healing from something or loving yourself here first. All right? But you're also celebrated is what I'm seeing. People admire you for being an individual. People want to come together with you. They want to get to know you. They want to hang out with you. You bring something different to the table because you are an individual. Yeah, you're still healing, okay? Three of Swords, okay? Some past wounds. Now, this doesn't have to be just relationships. Some of you lost family members, really good friends. Some of you could have lost a good career. And yes, some of you, it could have been a specific person that hurt you, whether you were in a relationship or not. It could have been a connection you felt towards this person, and you felt like you were, maybe there was somebody else involved and you were completely, betrayed, or it felt like a betrayal to you. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, what did I say? Reciprocity. Okay. Balancing. All right. And this is also speaks of, giving something, of yourself, whether it's your time, your energy, your efforts, to get that in return. And I feel like for some of you, you might have given too much of yourself before, and it ended up in heartbreak because maybe people just wanted to have a good time. They saw you as an individual, somebody they wanted to get to know, but when it came down to getting like deep or I just feel like you went through things that felt very unfair and possibly created an obstacle to your own growth. But we cannot go through growth till we go through these particular things in our life. So I feel you're restoring your balance here and still like healing. As we all are. We're never fully healed because always something arises that we're going to have to heal from. As long as you're healing your old wounds and traumas and you're getting into a space of loving yourself more, that's really what's important, okay? Ten of Cups. Yes. All right. I have to say, for some of you, you might have some options that see you as Ten of Cups. You bring joy and happiness into a space, into a room. You could be like life of the party kind of energy. Family could like to have a good time with you. Some of you could have family coming over. But what I see here is that you're looking to be happy with someone that makes you happy. You're the kind of person that wants the Ten of Cups, the happy ending, a good family dynamic. This is beautiful. All right. So you could be spending a lot of time with your family. It could be one specific person. It could be your children. However that works for you. Yeah. Some of you are real hurt here. Queen of Swords. With the Three of Swords, this tells me that somebody broke your heart. And since you're still replenishing, right? That's replenishing from heartbreak. So you're still healing the heart space. There's someone you absolutely do not want to talk to. Probably ever. All right. So you're still in this energy, is what I'm seeing here. Yes, you could be a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but that's not how I'm seeing these readings here today. So that doesn't even matter here. What you can have this aspect in your chart somewhere. Could be in your moon for some of you. But there is definitely someone you have built a wall with because you gave too much to, and you saw this person perhaps as the Ten of Cups, and they ended up breaking your heart. It was like a hard lesson for you, but it was to teach you self-love, basically, and not to overgive. So it's teaching you how to set up boundaries, basically, and how to just be you and not listen to anybody else. You could have had friends that, like I said, deceived you. People that you thought would never deceive you in the way they did, they did. They could have talked about you behind your back. Like in your face, they were all, good times, and behind your back, they were, talking down. You don't want these kind of people in your life, okay? You're healing. You're blocked off from other people. You have cut out a lot of people, is what I'm seeing here as well, that don't serve you, okay, in a positive manner. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been on a long journey here, balancing yourself, digging in your heels a little more when it comes to giving too much, okay? And again, it might feel like an obstacle, but all of this takes time, okay? And actually, let me put this down here because we're about to get some other cards before I continue. So let's see here. Let's get into like more of your life purpose energy. And what your energy brings forth to the table here. All right, Spirit, let's see. Justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Some people may see you and feel very protected under your energy. You have a very strong sense of self, okay? Even if people don't see the pain that you've been through or the pain you're trying to heal, what you portray to others feels very protective. And, people might come to you for advice, or this is something that might happen as you grow into your divine feminine energy and into your spiritual gifts and being more connected to your higher self, your higher consciousness. And you will have justice for anything that was unjust in your life. Let's see what else here. Spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. So, divine feminines, a lot of you, of course, you already know, a lot of you have spiritual gifts. Well, we all have spiritual gifts, but you're learning how to hone into that. Some of you have honed into that, and you are a spiritual teacher. So you heal with your classes, your sessions, and your services. And people feel protected when they are talking to you, when they come to you, or this is what you're going to start to see. I feel like you have a fun vibe to you though as well. It's like people could have a good time with you, but they can also talk to you about things that perhaps they can't really talk to other people about, because you know you're in touch with your spirituality. And trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So a lot of you are getting dreams. You'll be getting dreams, signs, and synchronicities about where to go. So you might feel a little stuck, you know, with the whole obstacle. When it comes to career, you might have a few choices you want to invest in, but listen to your dreams, and so they can guide you into your career path. Just know that it does have to do with teaching. All right. And you definitely have a strength of, you're like a force to be reckoned with, type of energy. Okay, bottom of the deck here, protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Yeah, some of you are changing your career as we speak, or you're definitely thinking about it. Some of you are starting your career in, you know, spirituality. All right. A lot of you are meant to write books. Okay. We have author. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So a lot of you have a story to tell, and it needs to be heard. Absolutely. I also see yoga here. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. A lot of you could already be into this. Some of you, you know, maybe it's something you've been putting on the back burner and you want to get into more. Yoga is very good for alignment, aligning your chakras, and also, you know, to be an open channel here when your chakras are aligned to spirit. All right, let's continue. Five of Pentacles. I have to say, a lot of you, we do have this card here. I'll get into that. A lot of you have felt like the odd one out when it comes to family. Like I keep hearing shunned. A lot of you could feel like you've been set aside. People don't see you as anything. It's because you're different. Okay, you know, you might have felt like outcasted, rejected, or you feel like you've been the last one maybe to get married, to have a family, you know, something like that. But for others of you, what I'm seeing here, and it doesn't have to be others of you at the same time, let's just put it that way, people that are in this energy are coming to you, right? Because they feel protected around you, and they come to you for advice because you are in this energy. So you understand this energy because you've been through it. Five of Pentacles, you know, feeling of lack, whether it's financially, emotionally, you know, lack of self-worth, self-care, you know, codependency. So a lot of you could have went through that. That's why, you know, you would be a great author, because your story, writing your story would help a lot of people, because a lot of people do find themselves in the same position as you have, and that's why they see you and they come to you and they feel protected when it comes to you, because they feel a level of connection to you and that you understand, right? And you know, not a lot of people are in that energy of understanding, learning from it, growing from it, and being able to teach about it. Not everybody does that. If that was the case, we wouldn't have any issues in the world, right? So you definitely are a rare gem, a real gem, and you should definitely pat yourself on the back for how much you have gone through already, because I can see it here, and how much you have grown and overcome. All right. There it is, darling, the Empress. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. So for some of you, there's just one specific person you really wouldn't talk to, or a specific group of people, but you have done a lot of work on yourself. With the Empress here, and higher consciousness being the first card, this is like the guts of this energy. Everything that was transpiring within, and this is everything that's happening now within yourself and how you're looking to everyone else. And now, some of you are very connected to earth and animals, okay? But I'm seeing this as this energy is very highly attractive. You're standing in the energy of attraction. So law of attraction, like I said, there are gifts here. So what feels like an obstacle, honey, you will have it all. All right? You will have your 10 of cups. You will have whatever you desire to attract because you're in a big manifestation mode. The Empress doesn't chase anything. It attracts it, whether you're male or female. Okay, so that's beautiful. This is also your higher consciousness, but you got there through pain and healing. Okay, and that's why spiritual teacher would be here. So you have attained a lot of wisdom. Okay, through whatever this pain was for you. Yeah, and you have moved forward. A lesson learned here. You no longer will be in tumultuous waters, feeling stuck, feeling like there's obstacles in your life, overgiving to a situation that it has no ROI, no return on investment. You're moving forward from that. Some of you have, okay, we're all on different timelines. Some of you are moving forward from that. And some of you are in the process of learning a lesson, okay? But I like to see the Empress here with the Queen of Swords and higher consciousness. That tells me, you're high vibing, all right? You're not bullshitting anyone. You're in your true spiritual, individual, true self energy. Authentic, very authentic. There you go, the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you got cut out of, you feel cut out. I don't know that cut out is the right word. I don't know, you feel like there was something that you couldn't attain here. Like, I feel like this is what you always wanted, like a good family connection with someone you can marry, have a happy life, but it all had to do with healing all of this within you. The Hierophant being here, some of you could have been married and it didn't work out. Maybe there was a third party, or some of you were, attracted to someone that could have been married. Okay, that could have been a heartbreak here. It happens. We don't choose who our hearts connect to, because it doesn't have to mean that you were the other woman and you cheated and you got somebody, not cheated, but you had an affair with somebody. It doesn't have to mean that, although for some of you that could be the case. But it just meant you felt something strongly for someone, but maybe perhaps they were already in a situation. That's for some of you, not all of you. Others of you, you see your family, they appear to be happy, with this marriage, but deep down inside they could be feeling like this. Could be codependent connections. And it took for you to understand your own energy, to understand that not everybody's happy even though they appear to be also. And that's not the kind of connection you want. You want something true, authentic, with somebody that sees their individuality just like you do. Higher perspective, higher vibration. That would be a good vibrational match. And that's what you want. That's why you're sitting here in this energy. Hard to find a date, of course, when you're in this energy, because you have a specific counterpart for this energy. You're not the kind of person that could just be with just anybody. It would be a disservice to you because you understand energy, or you're understanding it now. So getting with just any Joe Schmo or James Smith is not going to fulfill you, because you're coming from a place now of self-worth. As to before, yeah, you might have jumped into something because you were looking for, something to fill that empty whale, right? That void that you felt within. But when you're replenished and you're healing and you understand your self-worth, you're not going to just give your heart to just anybody, because you're not looking for it out. You're not looking for love outside of yourself. You are love, and you do love yourself. So, a lot of people may come to you for relationship advice as well. Okay? Especially as you grow into this level of spirituality and teaching others. Two of Wands. Yes. And this is your new path, is what I'm seeing here. You're breaking free from your old self. A new self has emerged, your true self, your higher self, and you are the damn Empress. Okay? You're definitely a force to be reckoned with the Queen of Swords and the Empress here. And this higher consciousness. This is really in your strength type of energy. And having a lot of wisdom. And yep, this is the betrayal that you went through with what, it could be one person, multiple people, like I said before, a love interest, friends, family, and this is what you're moving on from. You will no longer be in this energy because you have learned so much. And you're not repeating a cycle, that's for sure. You're done with repetitive cycles. You're moving forward, and Spirit is guiding you forward. Alright, for some of you, the wall was what you felt in the past, the obstacle. And all of that is breaking away. Alright. And for some of you, Spirit might have stopped you from a specific connection because it was going to end up in betrayal. So you still might have felt betrayed. Maybe somebody chose someone else here over you. But trust me, it was for your own protection. You didn't want this. Okay? You're going in the right direction. Alright, bottom of the deck here. Yes, darling. High Priestess. See, the High Priestess. She goes both through the darkness and through the light to gain higher wisdom. High Priestess. We saw that. Didn't we see that twice? The Priestess energy? Yeah. The Priestess. Beautiful. You have hidden knowledge. You are psychic. You're a deep soul. You're an open spiritual vessel. You're at your higher self. A lot of you are coming into that energy. The High Priestess with the Empress. As within, so without. Okay? As above, so below. Right? You're taking hidden knowledge from your higher consciousness into your higher consciousness and using it to your benefit here on earth. Okay? You have the energy to manifest whatever you desire. Once you understand that energy, of course, I mean, you can manifest anything, but when you're in a beautiful energy like this, darling, you are very highly protected and supported, I can tell you that. You could be working on some projects here. Okay? Three of Pentacles. You're coming together with Spirit here to work on something. That's what I'm seeing, because you're in hermit mode. This is Spirit with the Three of Pentacles. You're working with Spirit on something. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you definitely could divinate. You could be a tarot reader. Some of you are, working with Spirit, allowing Spirit to guide you, asking Spirit for advice. Because you're definitely tapped in. Or you're tapping into something here. And you're allowing Spirit to guide you here. You're also, you're getting stuff. Okay, listen to your dreams, absolutely. because that's what's going to guide you here into success. And yes, look at that. For some of you, you're going to come together with someone here. Wow. Okay. Look at this energy. You're going to collaborate with someone. You have a spiritual connection, your divine counterpart. Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. That is justice. Okay, this might be coming in quicker than you think for some of you. All right. But this is beautiful. Two people that love each other, right? Two people with their own full cup, creating miracles. Justice, that is your justice. You will have justice. We have it here as well. Beautiful energy. Now, some of you are single and there's a couple people coming at you. Yeah. So somebody's coming at you quickly here. You have another knight here. Nine of Pentacles is you being single and independent. You already have the Empress, so you're not just in pre-Empress, you're just single. Seven of Swords. Somebody here is coming in with lies, so be careful and trying to deceive you. But in this energy, honey, you're going to be able to discern who's who here. Yeah. And if they think they can manipulate you, they have another thing coming. For some of you, somebody has been doing spell work on you. It's backfiring with the Tower and the Magician and the Seven of Swords. Okay? This could be a King of Wands here. That you had invested time in the past. Yep. The Moon is here. This is the person doing it. They're the ones trying to keep you stuck here. Doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could be, for some of you, it could be a water sign as well. Doesn't have to be. But this is the person doing spell work to keep you stuck. Moon magic. They've been doing it over and over and over. Okay? Why? Because they're feeling defeated. Playing the victim. This is the kind of person that does things behind the scenes and then says you're doing something to them. Because they're watching. They're doing magic and watching to see if you're feeling defeated also. So we're not here to talk about that person. So we'll leave that alone. You're going to be able to discern anyways, which is probably why I went into that story. Whether it's old people that you have already met or new people, you'll be able to see who's who. Alright, so let's get you a shadow card from the Dark Mirror Oracle. You've come a long way, Divine Feminine. Definitely be proud. Spirit, what is the shadow aspect here for the Divine Feminine to pay close attention to? Gilded regret. No regrets. No regrets. Okay. You know, I almost feel like that's how somebody feels when it comes to you. But don't regret, because it ultimately put you in this. It was the catalyst to put you here. We're going to read from this card, number 5. And that's change. So I don't think you have to really worry about that. But let's see here. I'm going to read it from the book. Yes, I am. Just to give you a perspective. I feel like living in the past. Please give me 5 more minutes to linger. Okay. An 11 queen with heavy eyes, her dress as blue as the clearest water, her crown of thrones and golden clawed flowers hold a blue orb over her hand. Or at her hand. There's the little blue orb right there. Memories are like floating underwater, safe, warm, and murky. Yet they held the scent of death. Wow. Yeah, this is what pops into your emotions sometimes. Some of you are still healing from whatever this. I mean, this betrayal was heavy. Six of Swords with the Ten of Swords is no easy. Um, it's not easy going through that. Okay, it's not like you're gonna wake up the next day and be like, okay, I'm healed. Let's move forward. No, this is probably something that you'll think about forever. Okay, but the healing process, it doesn't mean that you're not going to heal from it. It just means that every now and then it might come into your psyche. Every now and then you might take a look back and say, damn, I wish I hadn't met that person or had that experience. But you're going to understand and be grateful to why you had that experience, and it was to bring you right here where you're at, which is in your freaking power. And it's beautiful. All right. So going dark, this would be the cage of our memories is the most gilded, lingering to the past, savoring crumbs and flashes, hints of ifs, but is our sword, however, is our shield. When we saw, you see the sword right here. We follow the river against the current to see of maybes. We cannot say life is here now. We just say life was here. So that even when the further builds day by day, we still look backward to memories and possibilities. Options we missed, things we lost, changes we fled. It is like saying in the twilight of consciousness, in the blessed state of those 5 minutes between the time the alarm rings and when you actually have to wake up, like little kids between the time mom calls, the time we need to wake up and run. But those 5 minutes are taking up too much time. They are the drain of our energies, our opportunities, of our fortune. The ifs are now gone. Whatever has been already, isn't it? Okay. It's basically just saying, even thinking about it for 5 minutes is a rob of your time and attention. So that would be one of the shadow aspects here. So no regrets, just movement forward. Thinking about it won't solve it, help you in any way, and you already know that. It's just that that's how our minds work sometimes. They like to go back to the past every now and then. Perfectly normal. Okay, we're not perfect beings here. So and masquerade. Alright. And for some of you, that's the energy that whoever hurt you is in as well. And masquerade, this was before all of this awakening. That was a shadow aspect, is understanding how to be your individual self. But you guys have surpassed this. Absolutely, I can see it right here. Alright? 15 adding up to 6, your spiritual lesson. And it's full right there. Alright, what else do we have here? Let's get you an angel prayer. Yeah, you ghosted a lot of people, I can see. You also left behind like old belief systems, conditioning, perceptions about yourself or others. You understand yourself more, therefore you understand people more. The miracle of forgiveness. Archangel Jeremiah. Thank you, Jeremiah, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. Yes. We must forgive ourselves first and foremost for the choices that we have made in the past. That ultimately made us reflect on ourselves and who we are and why we made those choices to begin with, and what we needed to, reflect on and heal. But we also must forgive others because now we understand the level of perception they are working from, or the level of traumas that they're working from as well. and moving on and letting those people go. So beautiful. Bottom of the deck, Earth Angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. Beautiful. Yes. You're holding into that goodness within you. I mean, this is why you're in that very attractive energy. It's alluring and it's attracting a lot of energies to you. Look at all these animals. Okay? Very attracted to that energy. It's a magnetism. It's magnetic. I mean, this is beautiful. Coming full circle, victoriously closing out chapters in your life that just were dimming your light anyways to begin with. And understanding that God made you in his liking, right? There's no other you. You are here for a reason. Alright. And let's get you just a few of these. 3 cards here. This is My Buried Alive, Rising of the Phoenix, number 13, the Death Series. Understanding. I am starting to feel like myself again, only wiser, stronger, and more aware than ever before. Yes, you are. Beautiful. Wasn't ready for that. Clarity. Leaving it all behind was the best decision I could have made. I thank my angels for showing me the way. Yes. Absolutely. 6 of Swords, darling. Yes. It's a new day. It's time to see the light of day. Take note, you are still ascending. Have patience with yourself. 15 adding up to 6. 63 could be significant. Adding up to 9, closing out those chapters. Spiritual lessons. We have 15 and 16 here. And adding up to 7. Spiritual lesson and new beginnings. Bottom of the deck here. This is what that other person is doing, numbing themselves, filled with regrets. It says, I know that nothing can erase the memory of you and the pain I have caused you. This will forever be my karma. And why? Because this person chose the devil's playground. The devil's playground, we can either keep choosing things that are temporary fixes or choose to learn from them and excel. You chose to learn from them and excel. This other person did not. That's why you're elevating and they're sitting there in bad karma. There you go. Fear. What someone tried projecting onto you has become their own prison and personal hell. 66. Adding up to 12. It's over for this person. They're receiving karma, and all they do is think about you, and they could be the one sitting in regrets while you're elevating. So, there you go. That was the catalyst to put you here. So you can be thankful for that, even though it was painful. That's why we got to learn to forgive these people. They're looking at you, still watching you. Okay, while you elevate, they're still stuck in some bullshit. This is the kind of person that sends you bad juju, does spell work behind the scenes, and then says you're doing it, and that's why their life is a mess, when it's really karma. Alright, Divine Feminines. Yes. You are entering a new season of your life. You are in the Ten of Cups path. Okay. You're healing, you're growing, you're ascending. You're still, working on yourself. Make sure you're not always in that hermit mode working on your pentacles. Make sure you get some sun, some fresh air, some time to yourself, time to breathe, time to allow new energy to come into your consciousness, by removing yourself from any particular environment. Okay, whether it's in the home, people, places, things, career. Because this your season, darling. That's right. Anytime you're here, we're all here to be of service. You are definitely being of service or entering into that space. And that's all you have to do, and you will be blessed in your life. And, allowing yourself to heal and see things from a higher perspective and forgiving yourself and having no regrets, just keeping it pushing and having faith. You will always be protected and supported when you are in that energy. So, beautiful. Now, we're going to get into the masculine, divine masculine energy and see what they're struggling with as well. So, I will put a timestamp. I'm going to pause it here, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Remember, the timestamp is below, or just continue watching. All right? Bye-bye. I wish you the best. Divine masculines, welcome. So, same thing that we did with divine feminines. We're going to be talking about where you're at spiritually in your spiritual journey, your life purpose, what you're here to bring to the table as your individual, true, authentic self, all right, and what's currently happening with you, your energy, your psyche, what space are you in? Are you in the space of growing, raising your vibration, healing, stuff like that, your self-worth, things that you had to overcome or you're currently overcoming. Of course, it'll be different for all of you. So we're going to get into that. And let's just begin. All right. So let's get you a Star Temple Oracle card about where you're at currently in your spiritual journey here, or your energy at this time. All right, divine masculine spirit, what's happening? What's going on? Gateways of light. Gateways of light. Infinite. I have unlimited access to the divine mind. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, you can see this as in connection with your feminine and masculine energies within, but you can also see you have a connection, a divine infinite connection here. And you guys can share telepathically from each other. Okay, there's the spiritual gifts that you both embody here. Okay, so you may want to also look at the divine feminine energy. 42 could be significant here, adding up to 6. This is your spiritual growth journey and lessons. Okay, infinite, unlimited access to the divine mind. I do have a special message for those divine masculines who are like musicians, writers, stuff like that. On your spiritual journey and becoming more spiritually woke, awakened, right? Raising your vibration and getting into your higher consciousness, your unity consciousness. I mean, this is like getting to unity conscious level to access the divine mind. Like, you have an unlimited access. This is what you can tap into. Some of you could be going through the Kundalini awakening. I mean, that just opens your crown chakra up. So, very nice. But also, the message is, some of you manifest through scripture, okay? Spelling, right? Spelling, if you think about it, spell. Writing becoming your manifestation. So you have to be very mindful of what it is you write, because you are a huge manifester. You have a power, especially with this card kind of confirming that. You have a power that you are just discovering about yourself, but you've always had. It's like your intuition has been guiding you through song, music, writing. Okay, so think about spelling. Your spelling is essentially putting out spell work into the universe through spelling, right? It's still a spell. It doesn't spell it. Spells are not always bad. Okay, there's dark spells and then there's light spells. So if you go back to things you have written, like let's say you try to write a book, you like to write poetry, you like to write music, whatever it is that has to, or journaling, whatever that is for you, um, or using scripting to manifest, look back at a lot of things that you have written, and if you're a musician, things that you have written but maybe not put out to the world, that as well, you will notice that your life you have already sung, wrote, written down. And when you look back at those things, you're going to have some serious aha moments, because there are things that you have written that you have experienced or are about to experience that you wrote down many years ago, many months ago. And it's because you have a connection to writing, but it's like your intuition always guiding you at the same time. It's like your intuition screaming at you. Okay, it's like having the truth lying in plain sight. Um, and you may not have even noticed, but you're probably picking that up, obviously. Once you start going through these things that you have written, you'll start to understand your path a little bit better also. A lot of you also heal through writing, through song. So imagine not just writing, but also singing. You're singing with emotion, whether that is love emotion, romantic emotion, shadow emotion, anger emotion. All of those things manifest in weird ways into your life. That's a specific message for those who like to write, okay? It'll blow your mind when you start looking at that stuff. Bottom of the deck, I can't even speak today. The ancient grandmother, teacher. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. You are the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. You can also have like an ancestor here guiding the shit out of you. This could be her wisdom and power working through you through scripture. I keep getting scripture for you guys. Okay, look at this. The scarab, this is all about transformation. Okay, wisdom. You have someone working here through you. Maya, the ancient grandmother, teacher. One could be significant here. Okay, I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. So this particular ancestor is working with you so that you understand your own self-knowledge, because you have, I don't even think I could put this into words. The amount of knowledge that you have that you can tap into when you are fully awakened and get into that unity consciousness, it's going to start blowing your mind. You're going to see things. You're going to have x-ray vision when it comes to people. Your discernment is going to be incredible. Okay? Following your intuition, darling. And if you write, if you have experience like writer's block, you're going to be able to tap in some serious things. Where you can go with this is infinite. But you're in the process of finding yourself here first, finding who you are, understanding your power is what I'm getting here. So let's continue. This is beautiful. I like this. Let's get you a divine abundance card. Yeah, worth and flow. Yeah, a lot of you are working on your self-worth, understanding what you bring to the table. Remember, nobody is you. You were created for a reason. There is no other you, just like I told Divine Feminines. You bring something very powerful. You're an open vessel here to infinite knowledge. And it will create big success for you. if you know how to channel it in the right way. Okay? I feel like you're supposed to heal through scripture. Inner power. Yes, you have an inner power that you're just figuring out. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. This could have been a struggle for you guys. You know, the masculine energy, whether you're male or female, it comes from a very dominant ego place, right? You're working from your solar plexus. And, you know, that has to do with the material realm, ego, pride, being courageous, having responsibility, being ambitious, you know, all of that. But when we overdo it, we can trip ourselves up. It's a very powerful energy to work with. So if we let the ego run amok, it can take us into some very, you know, not so good places. And when you're in your power, you know how to maneuver through this energy. And that's what I'm seeing here. And you're just finding this inner power within yourself. Some of you have gotten in touch with that power and understand how to. It's like getting a fast car, right? And just jumping in and just boom. And then all of a sudden, you did a little something to the engine because you didn't fully understand how the car works. And, you know, it doesn't last you very long because you just ran it through the ground because you just saw a fast car. You got you got a little, not unpredictable, but rebellious, and you wanted to go for the ride. Your ego says, ride it, look good in it, right? Let people watch you. And the car's like, hold up a second, let me show you how I work first before you go running me through the ground. It's kind of like that. All right, bottom of the deck, sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Through offering. Some of you need to, yeah, because you have ancestors working with you, you need to get in, like, how do I say this? Do some research on how you can offer to spirit. They have like money offerings, ancestor money. You can even get it on Amazon, where they have also ancestor like cards, credit cards, flowers, whatever it is that you can make an offering to, so that you can, it's like saying to your ancestors that you're open to receiving their message, you're open to their help, their guidance. You know, it may sound silly doing it in a 3D sense, but it really shows them that you're trying to connect and trying to be open to the help that is there. I mean, you have a very powerful ancestor working with you. Okay? So use it to your advantage. And also offering your own time to connect with these ancestors as well. Ask questions. Don't think you're crazy. Sit there when you have time to yourself. Ask questions. Ask for help. You know, like it says here, give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. Guide me to be a better version of myself, a stronger version of myself, and not allowing my ego to run amok. So, you know, so I'm tripping over my own ego, or, you know, getting in my own way. You know, that kind of energy. Connect more is what I'm seeing. We have signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. This is another thing that, you know, you might have a struggle with, listening to your own instincts, your own inner compass, your own intuition. And that's what happens when we are always looking outside of ourselves for the answers. Like, let's say we're always asking someone else for their opinion, someone else for their advice. You have all the answers you need within. You just need to hone in and allow spirit, you know, to guide and connect with you so that you can hone in. So for you guys, I would recommend spending a lot of time outdoors by yourself, guys. You don't always need a group of friends to surround you or family members. When you're trying to go somewhere to listen and hone into your own intuition, intuitive nudges, your own mind, your own opinions. Because what's the point then, right? If you're going outside and you're going with a group of friends, you still have people in your ear. And if you're an empath, you're absorbing, you're like a sponge, you're absorbing their energy, their opinions, their, emotions, and that's not going to have you in this energy of being open and blossoming and connected to spirit. So take some time to yourself. Absolutely. And divine flow here. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the tail. The divine flow at all costs. Yes. Allow yourself to flow. A lot of you guys have had, a lot of responsibilities, and it doesn't allow you to take time to yourself. You're always on the go. You're always doing this, doing that, maybe being dragged in different directions. But always, you are the most important vessel to the things that you manifest in your life and surround you. And without you being replenished, being whole, being healed, being in that self-awareness and in tune with your own gifts, your own intuition, your own energy first and foremost, so that you can be able to discern what energy is not yours. Okay, a lot of you could suffer from anxiety, and it's because you haven't learned how to establish that boundary of other people's emotions, time, and energy. It seeps into you and creates fear and anxieties. Stop looking outside of yourself. You gotta look within, okay? So let's get you a shaman's dream oracle. And of course, you're all at different levels, okay? So take it how it resonates. Some of you already understand. Some of you are in the process of understanding. And some of you, you're just, this might sound like mumbo jumbo to you. But hey, I'm here for those who are awakening and understanding their spiritual journey and what it entails is basically why I'm here. So hopefully shed some light. But you have to find your own journey, of course. It's your own personalized journey at the end of the day. Okay? Unmarked trail. Revelation. This is new territory. Okay, where you're going to learn a lot of things. 57 could be significant here. That's adding up to 12. So you're coming full circle with something. You're stepping into uncharted waters, new territory. Alright, where you're going to learn a lot. Not just outside of you, but within you. Things are going to start to reveal themselves to you because you're connecting to spirit here. You're connecting to someone that is guiding you so strongly. This person can take you really far, this ancestor. Really far. But you must allow it. Bottom of the deck, adaptability. Yeah. Hey, adapting to change is not easy for a lot of these masculines, okay? But it's like, how adaptable are you? Adaptability, allowing the flow, allowing yourself to be guided. And it's probably because you guys are so used to being responsible. You're so used to taking, the bull by the horns and getting into this and getting into that, solving problems that for divine masculine, it might be a little bit harder to kind of let go. It's kind of, I have to say this, you're used to being in control. Okay, that is the emperor energy, the divine masculine energy. You're not used to letting go and allowing something you can't see to take precedence over your life. But it's all about opening yourself up and allowing something out bigger than you, by the way, and outside of you, guide you. It's a bigger force, but you must allow it, right? Because of free will, you must allow this energy to show you that things are possible, that miracles can happen in your life. You must take a look at what have you achieved so far and where are you at in this very moment, and ask yourself truly, has it worked for you? Or did it just work for you once? Or did it work for you temporarily? Allow me to show you a different way. That's what Spirit is saying. And for that to happen, You must adapt. You must understand that you have to go through a dark night of the soul, an ego death, okay, to allow the flow of your own inner self. It's been screaming at you through music for a lot of you, through your writings, but it's been trying to get your attention for so long. But you're gonna get through this, okay? I see that here, okay? Some of you are going through this Kundalini awakening, and you're just at the tip of that iceberg, okay? Groupthink, mindful, yeah. See how there's a keyhole here? But you must allow the key to unlock all this potential that you have within. So allow spirit to tap in. Allow yourself to tap into spirit, but also give yourself time. All right? And we have the cactus. Okay? Resourcefulness. This is about self-protection while things are happening within you, which makes sense with this card. All right? And yeah, this is what you will have. An overflow of plenty. Just allow spirit to show you the way. And exactly, some of you are the muse of inspiration through music, through art. You're very creative. 33 is a master number. You're definitely a master manifester. You just have to hone in on your own power, not your ego. Your power that you have always had within. Your ego will, like I said, let you run amok if you let it, because it brings you into an energy of wanting to control everything. Okay, so don't do that. All right, let's get into tarot here. And let's see what's happening for you, Divine Masculine. Some of you could be traveling at this time. I'm hearing that plane. One more shuffle. You know, it could be scary for a masculine that's used to having so much control over things, their life, and responsibility, to go to unmarked territory, because it's foreign to you, it's alien to you, but you're still connected to it. It's a part of you that you have to connect to, but you must allow that to happen. Allow spirit to show you another side of yourself. It's still you, but there's so much more to gain from it. Okay, let's see here. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, again, very focused on what you do, on your work. Okay, this is self-sabotage. 7 of Swords. Lying to yourself, saying you're okay, you know, not being your true authentic self because you're kind of going through the motions, basically. That's what this is. 7 of Swords. You know, allowing yourself to get into situations that you know they're not okay, but you do it anyway. You know, that kind of situation. Also allowing people to come into your life that want to lie, deceit, and take from you, because you're so used to being responsible for yourself and others. And, you know, we always have the sly foxes getting in there because they see this about you. Okay, but because you're so busy being responsible and working and figuring out what's next materialistically in your world, you know, people are over here plotting and planning on how to get one over on you. And that's the problem here. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're juggling too much. Okay, you always got your hands on something, some idea, some, you know, something you're always looking at, juggling way too many things. And you can miss these sly foxes because you're so honed in on being responsible. Okay, that's something and that's what happens when we're asleep. So your third eye could still be, you know, asleep somewhat, or you guys are going through an awakening, and this could be like what has transpired in your life. So take it how it resonates. Before I go on, let's get into your purpose here and what your energy brings to the table. What the... I can't make it up. Author. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Divine Feminine's also got this as well. You're the author of your own story. You have a story to tell. You just need the time to tell it, right? So let's see what else. You heal through your writing. Okay? Even here, he or she, because we embody both masculine or feminine energies. Even here, you're writing something you're working on. 8 of Pentacles. Okay? You're going over it. So you're the kind of person that does need some time alone to reflect. So that's probably why I went into go outside and without distractions. You have a lot of distractions in your life is what I'm feeling. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. There you go. Through your writings. Some of you is through song. And through your presence, right? Not too many, but yeah. Okay. So this could be for 2 different people here, or for both. I mean, or for, 2 different sets of masculines, or for, it's going to be resonate both things for the masculine. So take it how it resonates. So we have artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So you're very, very creative here. Again, through art, through music, through writing. And we have environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. So you may or may not resonate with that. That could be for one group and another group here. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So a lot of you get insights through your dreams. Okay, again, honing in on that intuition. What does your gut feeling say about a specific move or thing? And strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Yes, everything you're going through, everything you've been through, all the lies, the deceptions, whether it's family, friends, relationships, career moves, all of that is teaching you to be that courageous lion, that divine masculine energy that is within you. But with discernment, with feeling good about yourself, loving yourself, and having that self-worth and acceptance, and not from a place of insecurity. That's where ego comes in. When we are insecure, when we're not loving ourselves, we don't feel worthy enough. We act out and lash out in ways that may be immature, or coming from a low vibrational place. And you guys are definitely understanding this a little bit more. So let's continue with the tarot and see what else is happening. There you go. Divine Masculine, the Emperor. And again, the Emperor is all about control. Being in control. Having responsibility. Some of you have been married before. Some of you could be married. And some of you have children. But this is definitely someone that's working on their empire, definitely always at work. Okay? Always working. So some of you could be actually writing a book or thinking about that, or you're writing music. Um, and it's good because it is a part of your life purpose. You can definitely heal through what you put out there, however that works for you, or through your art. Nine of Pentacles. Some of you could be single at this time as well. All right. Divine Feminine was in the same energy. She was in her power, or she or he, with the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Pentacles. So you're, for some of you, you could have went through a relationship that was toxic, and there was a lot of deception. It could have been very materialistic in nature. Okay. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles. Definitely you guys are always busy. Okay, especially when you're an artist, you got a lot of things going on your mind. Some of you are wanting to go a whole new route here, but you're juggling the idea. It'll be a very fruitful thing, but it will take time. Okay, Seven of Pentacles is all about time. Yeah, some of you definitely nose to the grind with the Hermit, the Emperor, and the Eight of Pentacles. Asking Spirit to allow you, okay, the power to do what must be done. Yeah, some of you are definitely in that work mode, boss mode. Okay? You're definitely writing something. I can see that. Or you will be. Also knowledge, gaining a lot of wisdom, looking at things differently. Three of Cups. Some of you could be, single and playing the field here with the Three of Cups. All right. So I see a balance between work and play. You are being a little sneaky though about this, about playing the field. So that could be a little, Some of you could be sleeping around with a few. That's what I'm seeing. Five of Swords. See, some of you, there's too many people in your energy. And this is the thing. I feel like you like to see the good in people. You're very responsible. You're a very busy person. And you don't like really have the time to see who surrounds you and what's going on behind the scenes or around you. Seven of Swords with the Five of Swords. It's like gang stalking, people lying, deceiving you. If you work with any of these people, you're being taken for granted at work somehow, some way. There's a lot of evil eye, jealousy, a lot of conflicts, drama. This could be with one specific person or a few people here. It's like people you hang out with. So you definitely need to spend a lot of time, or taking some time to spend alone, because these energies around you, it's going to keep you in like the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords energy. Because I feel like you have a very powerful energy, but you're discovering it, how to maneuver that energy. But there is this, it's like somebody wants to steal what the fruits of your labor that you spend your time and energy on, and other people plot to take. This is not good. For others of you, it or on top of it, it's gotten you into a place of self-sabotage, control, maybe having more conflicts in your life. Some of you could be struggling with, I don't want to say win at all costs, but that is the Five of Swords. Maybe you want to do something better than somebody else. You see people maybe perhaps as more of a competition. That's for some of you, okay? Not all of you. Again, this could be an old state of mind that you were in, and you're finally allowing yourself to um, shed an old layer of yourself, essentially, is what is taking place or needs to take place here. But with the Hermit, I do see you going within. Yeah, the Tower. And I feel like this is divine intervention, because for the divine masculine, you have a higher purpose that you have not tapped into at all. It's sitting right here. It's uncharted territory. It's slowly revealing itself to you, or will be. The Tower is divine intervention about something here that you are working on. Also, when there's too much of a good thing, or you're doing too much of something, the Tower always comes in. So you're very materialistic, materialistically focused. That's why the Tower's here. Some of you are having epiphanies, though, after going within, okay, and going through a transformation here. You could have epiphanies about what transpired in your career, how to do things different. But I feel like some of you have had a major fall, or are going through the storm, the chaos right now. Especially when I see 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and the Tower here with the 3 of Cups. Some of you could have left a connection, or a connection with a certain group of people. Yeah, Knight of Wands, you're definitely playing the field with the 3 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. I feel like you're being quiet about it, sneaky about it. You know, that's your own thing, of course. You're single, so I'm just reading what's here, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah. 4 of Swords. You're definitely healing and reflecting on maybe perhaps certain conversations, certain arguments you had with certain people, specific person. Yeah. I feel like you're thinking about 2 separate situations also. But you're definitely resting and healing and playing the field and focusing on work, basically, and your inner self here. I am seeing like a little bit of your inner self, but the Hermit is here, and so is the 4 of Swords. So that tells me that you are getting some rest, and you are very much in reflection mode. But I just feel like you have a hyperactive mind for some of you, and you can't really stay, you know, focused on one thing for too long. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. Quiet the mind. Quiet the mind. Alright, let's see what we got at the bottom. The Sun. Yes. Oh, look at this. A beautiful connection. Long term. That you're holding back from. Okay. Yeah, some of you are healing the heart space. Yeah. We have the Sun. There is a connection here that's going to bring joy, happiness into your life. I feel like that's the unmarked territory that's slowly revealing itself to you. Okay, this is a beautiful place. You could be connecting with that divine feminine energy, so I would suggest watching the divine feminine reading. It was just before this one. Beautiful. Okay, high vibrational connection here with truth, with clarity, with joy, happiness. Very nice. And long term, or it could have been a long time coming. Knight of Pentacles. And I see you holding back because you are healing this heart space. Alright, some of you could have been going through a divorce. We do have the 9 of Pentacles, so I see you're single right now. You could have been in a codependent situation. Again, some of you could be healing this lack of self-worth within you. Okay. And yeah, you definitely walked away from something codependent. 8 of Cups and 2 of Swords. So right now, you do see someone that would make you very happy, but you're playing the field. You just went through a breakup. You're healing, and you're focusing on rebuilding whatever this Tower moment has been in your career. Okay? Yeah, somebody had a stronghold on you, or there's somebody else you... Oh yeah, there's the Empress. Yeah, she's also an Earth Angel. Past life connection. Yeah. So there's someone here that you admire, is what I'm seeing. Okay, you admire their self-worth. The Empress with the Queen of Pentacles, very much wife material. The Strength card is someone very confident, very powerful energy. With Temperance, very patient, they go with the flow. Six of Cups is you being nostalgic over this, or this is a past life connection, is what I'm seeing. The Empress with the Emperor, that is definitely a match. That is definitely someone that's going to bring you joy and happiness here. Okay, the cards are here. And perhaps that you've been analyzing for some time. Maybe they change the way you see things. It is a spiritual connection that we're talking about here. And something that is a new day. We already have the sun. That is the new day. So some of you are going through an awakening and enlightenment. And this is a new day. Uncharted territory, uncharted waters. This is beautiful energy. Very powerful. Yeah, coming in. Alright. Someone that you perhaps may want to communicate with and travel to. I did hear that plane at the beginning, so some of you will be traveling. I don't think it's anytime soon because you are focused on you right now. You know, you could be being selfish because you're focusing on you. Selfish could be good or bad, just depends what you're doing with it, right? But you are focusing on healing, rebuilding. I feel like, you know, you're under construction, right? That kind of energy. And, you know, you are playing the field. Just be careful with this energy. Because part of healing, believe it or not, is being celibate for a moment of time and purifying your energy. So we can't really half heal. That's going to be another part of you guys that you're going to have to understand. You can even look it up on YouTube. There are actually men that don't have to have sex 7 days a week. They exist, yes. Especially when you're on a spiritual journey and you want to hone into your true divine, powerful, masculine energy. But you just went through a breakup. Some of you are finding yourselves right now and who you are. Alright, let's continue. Did I look at the bottom here? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's get you a shadow card from the Dark Mirror Oracle. What is the shadow aspect of the divine masculine that he's either healing at this time or needs to focus on healing? Celibacy and purification of your body, your mind. You know, sometimes some of you could be in the dark night of the soul where you're feeling like you've lost it all. You're feeling kind of, you know, you're because the Tower is here, and I see a lot of negative aspects here that had surrounded you. You could have went through, you know, cheating, abuse, all kinds of things. So I feel like you're just picking yourselves up for some of you. Some of you have already gone through this. Like I said, we're all on different timelines, so keep that in mind. And, you know, when we're still not in a self-love type of energy, we might just want to plug into behaviors that are self-destructive, especially with that Seven of Swords being here. So a lot of you are still on a journey of understanding your worth, okay, and healing some traumas. You know, for some of you, they're all going to be different. Could be sex addictions, codependencies, abandonment issues. You know, it could be anything like that. Understanding why you attract certain relationships or friendships into your life. You know, all of that has to do with how you're feeling on the inside and what you may or may not have healed from. Colorless angel. Wow. Colorless angel. We already saw that you are an earth angel. We're going to read from the book here. Number 10. I'm hearing Color Me Bad. Wasn't that like a Color Me Bad? That was a group or something, wasn't it? Alright, let's read this. It is better not to feel rather than feeling pain. Yeah. That explains the playing the field here. You don't want to feel the pain that you've been going through because of some sort of breakup or fall you had in your career. So you're drowning your sorrows in indulging in sexual activities instead of healing. Okay? A dark horse prances proudly in the background, anointed by a man kneeling upon a pond. The horse is back here. It's just kind of depicting what's in the card here. He wears a crown of mirth, his face expressionless. Behind him, wings of smoke and bones grow or disappear. Apathy is the crowned king of nothingness and the shining queen of whatever. So let's look at the dark aspects of this card. So we can be the dragon slaying hero, but not when he slays the dragon. What? Okay, we can be Siegfried. I guess he was a dragon slaying hero. Okay, but when he slays the dragon, but not when he slays the dragon, nor when he is betrayed and dies, but when he is simply doing nothing. We can be Michael the archangel while he waits bored and motionless, and St. George surprised in a moment of stillness and nothingness. All the strong rivers can become a swamp when they reach the plains, and the most yummy food can become gummy when they reach the plains. Excuse me. Okay. All the strong rivers can become a swamp when they reach the plains, and the most yummy food can become gummy after a couple of hours unattended on a table. There is a lot of darkness when we make the habit of going gray. We numb our senses with a fog of delays, and then we just get indifferent to the fog herself. I'm here, we whisper, and if by a very tiny chance someone notices and replies and asks, "Who's there?" we become shy and we stay silent a little more. You cannot be saved unless you face the dragon, and the dragon hurts. Of course it does. So the unfortunate truth here for the divine masculines is that you're numbing a pain you don't want to face. And in order for you to transmute or persevere through this major hurdle in your life and speed bump, you're going to have to face the dragon, find the strength to fight it, and persevere through this. You're numbing your traumas with sexual activities, some of you alcohol, and anything that is self-indulgent, possibly with food as well. Food, drug, alcohols, bad decisions. When you have so much potential. You're closed to spirit. Some of you might try, but maybe you get frustrated because you're so used to going, that you forgot how to just be. This is going to be tough to get through. But you must allow yourself to go through that. You know, for some of you, unfortunately, you're going through heartbreak because you just ended a serious relationship. There is light at the end of the tunnel. We already saw the sun with the Two of Cups. But your energy must be healed. You must cry it out. You must really face those inner demons that you have, those inner traumas that have taken precedence over your life, over your three-dimensional life. Your state of being shows in your state of living. You must face the pain. You must forgive yourself for all the decisions that you've made up to this date. Your story can be rewritten. You are the author of your own story, your own chapters in life. It's all about the choices you're making. We also must forgive others because they're working from their level of traumas and perceptions as well. But those people we must leave behind. You know, it takes time to learn from our mistakes. Sometimes we get into repetitive patterns because we're ignoring our inner self. We don't want to heal. We don't want to face the truth. We don't want to face the music. And we just keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper into a more negative state of mind, a more negative state of being, and a more dark place. Instead of just taking the time to cut out everything that doesn't serve you or has served you up to this date, and finally facing that dragon and slaying that motherfucker. The dragon's holding treasure. Are you going to get to your fucking treasure? Or you're going to allow the dragon to guard that shit to dear life for the rest of its life? Well, you just run yourself to the ground. You know you're stronger than that. You know there's a power within you. Are you afraid of it? Why? Who would be against it? If anybody is against your inner power, those aren't the people that need to be around you, that you need to surround yourself by. Finding your own light and understanding that and letting it shine and understand that you have a purpose. You came here for a reason. No one is you. That is powerful enough. God made you in His liking. Who diminished your self-worth so much to this point? You could definitely pick yourself back up here. Redirect your life. You don't give up. You persevere. You look for answers. You ask Spirit. I don't give a damn if you don't believe in Spirit. Ask anyways. Sit back and watch how Spirit works for you. Believe. Have faith. Grow. Understand. Learn. Nobody's coming to save you. You must save yourself. Nobody's coming to see you run amok and save you from yourself. Numbing. Just simply existing. That's not good enough. How do you expect to rebuild? By just being numb and existing. Hey, we all have our ups and downs. We're not perfect beings, but we could definitely be better than this. And I'm not here to reprimand anyone. I'm here to lift you up. To show you that there is a way. It's here. I would be more scared of continuing what has been transpiring in your life than picking yourself up and going for that whatever that is over there, which we already saw, the Sun and the Two of Cups with the Empress. That could be your higher self, looking at yourself in a different light, in a higher light. Bottom of the deck. You have become so numb, blinded to pain. Blinded to pain. This is really sad to see. This is really sad to see. You're telling yourself everything that can go wrong instead of everything that can go right in your life. Because you're in a very down place. You feel like a failure for some of you right now. I know you do. That doesn't mean you are. Everybody goes through ups and downs. So you're having a down moment. It doesn't mean you dig yourself to the ground and never come up from it. You resurrect and you persevere. But you gotta feel the pain. You can't blind yourself to what's going on within you anymore. You can't sweep it under the rug. It just gets bigger, better. It gets bigger and worse. The only time it's gonna get better is to face it. Alright, let's get you an angel prayer. You have so much potential. Unlimited access to the divine mind. But you must be open to receiving that knowledge. What you're doing, self-medicating through sex, through food, alcohol, whatever this is, that's not going to help you. You're self-sabotaging big time here. It's not for every masculine. So don't get in the comments saying, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. If you're not doing this and you're not doing that, then this ain't for you. For some of you, this was an old part of you. I mean, you have so much potential. Hold on. Yeah, you're supposed to share your light with the world. Thank you, Archangel Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. Archangel Uriel is the light of God. He is in charge of the awakening. You're going through an awakening, but you have to face the dark night of the soul in order to rise like the phoenix. You must go through the shadow to get to your light. You're in the tunnel. We already saw the sun. The sun is there. But you are in the tunnel. Open your heart, Archangel Shamuel. Thank you, Shamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. You definitely have barriers around your heart. So I would reach out to Archangel Shamuel and Archangel Uriel. Ask for that guidance, that assistance. Help me be courageous. Help me open my heart. Help me heal. Help me see the light so that I can be that light for others. How can we possibly be an inspiration to other people and inspire other people when we're living in our shadow? We can talk about it, about how good that would be, that the connection with yourself is the most important. But are we connecting with ourselves? Are we actually doing the work? Because what I'm seeing here is somebody that's numb and numbing the pain with sex and other people, self-sabotaging. So you know the answer, but what's the answer without the work? Nothing. Bottom of the deck, honor your feelings. Archangel Haniel. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. Yes. You know, sometimes the masculine energy has a hard time with expressing their emotions because you've been taught from a young age that men don't cry, to suck it up, buttercup, to you know that you're just supposed to be a provider and you know and run amok with you know so many women and cheat and all this. No, that's an old belief and conditioning. Spirituality has nothing to do with three-dimensional concepts of how the fuck you're supposed to act. Absolutely not. Connect to source and allow it to teach you. Your emotions are part of who you are, male or female. We must allow ourselves to cry, to feel, not to numb. For some of you, you've been in abusive situations where somebody made you feel like maybe you were a crybaby. Like you had to suppress how you felt or how you expressed yourself. So now all of a sudden, you become numb and you say, okay, well, I'm not going to say nothing then. I'm going to be emotionless. Some of you went through an abusive connection. Okay, with that Hierophant that I saw, 5 of Swords and 7 of Swords, somebody made you feel this small and you're believing it. You're allowing a low vibrational person that was in your life to make you feel inadequate and like you're not worthy and like you shouldn't be expressing how you feel. Fuck that. That's bullshit. Who the hell is that person? No one. Because they're not in the right mind or energy to tell you how you need to live. If this is how they got you, that was not a good connection. They got you running amok, self-sabotaging, and questioning your worth and ability to pick yourself up. You are oppressed. Big time. You've got to learn how to let this energy go. I feel resentment here. I feel not wanting to forgive. We can't, not being able to forgive ourselves. I'm seeing just someone here that is, the downfall is real here. But there's always another side to the coin. This ain't your end all be all energy or lifestyle or life. But you got to put in the work and the effort. Let's get you, sorry, just put this here. I'm going to get in 3 cards from my Buried Alive deck here. You're here, your purpose is to write. And that comes from your emotions. So you see how you cannot be numb? You're here to bring light and love. You heal through your emotions. So if you become numb, how can you ever rebuild your empire? There's no way. It's your life purpose. Soul evolution. That's what you're going to go through. What you're going through. The light of day that you are used to will never be the same. It will be much lighter and brighter, filled with endless possibilities and new opportunities. But you must go through this change and transformation. You must evolve, not just exist. Some of you could be getting tarot readings, okay? I had to search for answers in places I would have never looked in before. That is how profoundly you have touched my soul. For some of you, you already know who this Empress is with the Sun and the Two of Cups. Okay, some of you probably need a tarot reading. I do not do personal readings. Okay? Some of you don't feel worthy enough for the Empress because maybe you see her in a higher vibration doing the work. It doesn't mean you can't get there. It doesn't mean you have to stay behind. And it's not about the Empress, it's about you at the end of the day. The Emperor's already here, but the Emperor had a great fall. Pain. Once again, you are in pain. You're probably going through major depression right now. And spiritual evolution, soul evolution comes in waves, in stages. Okay? You're going to go through this depression, but it's going to catapult you into your dark night of the soul, into your ascension. Meditate more. Listen to sad songs so you can cry it out. You're going to go through that phase. Do it. You need to cry it out. You cannot remain numb. Spend some time alone. As I sit in pain, guilt, and remorse, I am reminded of the things I cannot change. We cannot change what has already happened, but we can pick ourselves up and create a better today and tomorrow. Absolutely. Transformation. When you go through this transformation, some of you are going through this, and I know it's easier said than done. Of course, I've already, I've gone through the dark night of the soul myself. I've gone through things that were difficult. Mind, body, soul, spiritually. Okay? But I'm proof that there is another side. There's a better side. You will never look back. You're going to shed a layer of yourself that no longer serves your life and become so much better. But you must allow yourself to go through it. I now understand why I had to perish. I see life from a whole new perspective. I am unstoppable. That's where you're headed. But you have to go through the pain. Just like the caterpillar goes into goo and shifts and changes and who knows what they go through and, wiggling around and then boom, he's the butterfly. It's going to feel like dying. Okay? Yes. But it's going to make you so much stronger. Okay? I know it's hard to see when you're going through this. But when you're past this, oh my goodness. Unstoppable is right. Emotions. I will never forget both the love and the pain that was inflicted within me after meeting you. Something I have feared to admit to myself, including you. Yeah, you definitely had someone in your life that was a frenemy. Okay, this person couldn't be trusted. You needed to listen to your gut and follow your instincts. That was something you failed to do when you got with this person. And that's why you're in this feeling. This was a big lesson for you guys as well. This also was a catalyst for you guys to pick yourselves up from. But you're like in it. As far as emotionally, you just don't want to feel it. You need to feel it. You're not giving them power. When you're alone in your room crying it out, you're not giving them the power. Okay? You could be telling yourself, she or he doesn't deserve my tears. I'm just going to run amok and sleep with whoever I want because I was mistreated. I was cheated on. That doesn't help anything. Crying it out in silence. Working on yourself in silence. So that when you bounce back so hard, when that person ever crosses your path or hears from you again, they're going to see how much better are you off without them? That's a comeback. That is how you do your biggest payback and revenge. When you do better. Yeah. You're stardust. You're made up of magic that people still fail to understand. Sparkle that magical vibration everywhere you go. Some of you need this release. Wallow in your emotions and feel the burn, for this is how you set yourself free. I'm telling you. Can't make it up. The rise of the divine feminine. That's the feminine within you. Okay? If you're a masculine, emerging. But you need to wallow in those emotions. They're a part of who you are. That's how you rise. Being in balance with your feminine and masculine energy. So you allow yourself to gain the wisdom that you need to persevere in your career, in your life, and in connections that you bring into your life or want in your life. Right here, traumas. That's what you need to heal. Sometimes when I am in my darkest moments, I am reminded of the things I know have turned me into the person I am today. I am not proud of that. I just don't think I can change that. Yes, you can. Okay? 76 adding up to 13. Transformation. You can change. Number 23. Alright, Divine Masculine. That is what I have for you. I wish it was a little more positive. There is positive information, yes. You're just going through hell right now. Internally. Because you just finished going through hell in your own world. And things are falling apart. But it's ultimately because of the choices we make. Because we're not willing to heal things within. So instead of repeating these cycles and ending up in an endless loop of feeling numb and running amok when things don't work in our favor and playing the victim for some of you, we gotta slay that dragon and become the dragon. Okay? Let the dragon be replaced so that you're guarding your own treasure. Be the dragon. And that's the... You know how there are some cartoons or movies where you have to slay the monster to become the monster, to inherit their powers? It's kind of like that. You must first slay this dragon to become the dragon. Okay? That is powerful shit. Imagine honing in on that energy. The dragon is a very mystical creature that becomes distant, but hoards a lot of treasure. It's a majestic being. Okay? That's what you need to tap into. Your divinity. Your majesty. Alright? Alright, that's what I have. Let me know in the comments if anybody resonates. If it triggered you a little bit, it wasn't my intention. But this can be triggering when we're not healed. When we are healed, this makes complete sense. And you will know when you're healed. You won't be triggered by this. Of course, we're always healing from something. But as long as we're up to date with the things we need to heal from the past, that's what matters. Okay? That's what I got, guys. I wish you the best, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.